Yo, what is good, my family? Welcome back once again to another one of the daily live streams. We've got a lot to talk about as per usual. We've got some Casper updates, RK, Kaspa, Rusty Kaspa, and Krc-20 Dex updates as well as some more regarding some exchange listings from the likes of MEXC fixing their issue to new ones incoming as well. All in all, some very bullish news once more for Casper. Again, Casper right now is still undervalued, to say the least. It's currently valued at 13.09 cents, up roughly 0.83% on the daily time frame. And the fact that no one wants to hear is, if Bitcoin loses 60k support level, we'll see lower lows. We'll see lower lows. Now, as it stands right now, you'd like to believe that Casper's low point is right here, around this 12.5 cents region, as it bottomed out here after the crash at the beginning of September, or August, at the beginning of August even, when the Fed didn't cut rates and Japanese yen rose against the dollar. Warren Buffett sold Harvest stock and Apple, and we saw Casper and Method Crypto crash in that regard. Casper came down to 12.5 cents, and yesterday it bottomed out around that region again. So you'd like to believe at the bottom for Casper, but we have to wait and see. If Bitcoin again loses the 60k support level, we could see crypto and Casper go a lot lower. Now, what does that mean for Casper? Does that mean it's dead? You can welcome to speculate as you like to. I don't think it does. I think it's just a great opportunity to buy more Casper, and the updates are proof of that. I'm going to show in this video, but also other stuff to talk about as well. Other bullish sentiments regarding CPI data coming back, but also regarding, as I've been doing as a content creator. Of course, I believe Casper is the best project in the space. I hold Casper the most. It's 70% of my allocation in my portfolio. I wholeheartedly believe that Casper can do really, really well. But there are other ways to make money in this space, whether it be through meme tokens, whether it be through other altcoins. So I'm going to talk about some other altcoins, other projects I've been looking at recently, which, I think is worth people noting about. Again, the stuff I'm talking about right now on stream, stuff I put in my free Discord server. So if you want to check it out, then feel free to do so. Links on screen right now, in the chat, and also in the description. And without further ado, we get some Casper updates, shall we? So first off, good morning, Bingo Bago. Good afternoon, Jay Honey, and good morning to you, Toggle Delay as well, you three, as well as some other people as well. Always turning up to the stream, supporting the channel, and I respect you all. I appreciate you all very, very much. So thank you very much. So first things first is from Coin Inclusion here. And kind of a rough, again, wrap up of what's happening right now for those people who I guess will get a little bit cold feet. I'm glad, and I agree with this statement here. I'm glad all the paper hands are selling Casper. All the people who just don't have the conviction, who don't believe in what they're holding, they're the ones that are selling right now. And I'm glad, because it means that the ones who are holding this project right now are ones not chasing highs and lows, people who actually believe in what the project is meant to be about. That's what people are holding it right now. This is only going to make us stronger long term. Nothing has changed fundamentally, only the price has come down. But everything else, if anything, it got better. The project's got better, but the price does not appreciate it with it yet, because it's not time for it just yet. You're more bullish than ever before. You've got Kas is now live, soon 10 BPS with Rusty Kaspa. The KII are making some huge moves with the like of Warp Core, Gigawatt Stablecoin, Real World Asset Tokenization, Airspace Management, Carbon and Energy Trading. All these sort of markets are massive markets that Kaspa is going to be a part of. You've got the Power Laws at the bottom, which I've showcased in my previous streams. I'll show it again. Let me get it up real quick. Kaspa Power Law. Kaspa Rainbow Chart. I can showcase it real quick again. I've showed it like right now, Casper at the bottom of the power law right now, which therefore means you're likely to see a reversal. It bounced off that support level and reverse very, very soon. Tracking listing is also confirmed to happen soon. It's on their roadmap, so it's going to be hopefully coming very, very soon. Smart contracts are on the way. KES Catalyst with $10 million funding, that's also was announced recently, and there's a lot more to come. If you research into Casper, you know what's coming for Casper. There's no reason to feel bearish about what's happening right now. If anything, you'll be more bullish, because there's a lot coming to Casper. There's a lot of ways to see Casper price, turn tail quite soon. When? Tough to say. I think we're going to see Casper make a recovery of sorts in this month. Right now, we are 10 days into October. We've got another 20 days left. 21 days left, 31 days of October. So I think we'll start seeing on the latter half of October some positive price movement with crypto leading up to the elections and everything else. But right now, we're just not at that stage yet. And that's not all. There's a lot more. For the KRI, for example, the fact that you've got KRI developing a lot of major projects, frameworks for tokenizing yield producing assets that can be traded, and a DAO system that can go along with it, and the POC of the olive oil. So the price, basically the value of it, is meant to be $18 billion a year. That's how big this industry is meant to be, and that's just one of multiple industries that Casper is going to be a part of. This framework will become a template for tokenizing other yield-producing asset markets. Casper, this is a gateway for Casper to do everything else. I know some people are a bit, Muscle Mike in particular, shout out to him in my server. He's a bit, he's unsure without better choice of words, about why KRI are focusing on so many markets. They should focus on just one or two, make them really, really good. And I agree to an extent, but at the same time, they're also a massive, that the KRI, the team is growing rapidly more and more, and they have institutional partners from many different industries. And at the same time, they have the luxury to do this, I think, because Casper in itself has still got a lot they're trying to work on themselves. Still no Dagonite, still no 10 BPS, still no smart contracts. All those things that are going to be very, very big for the KRI and Casper going forward. So we'll have to wait and see what happens from here. But I think ultimately what now the KRI are working on with Casper, all these sort of developments, this is just 5 of many that are coming for Casper, could be very, very big. And Casper, yeah, it's going through some FUD. People are getting bored with the price action and they're chasing green candles. That's all it is. People are just chasing green candles and leaving. But as a middle class hillbilly says here, as Warren Buffett says, it's a great game of patience until Casper says it's no longer doing 10 BPS. And they quit working on smart contracts and Casper gets hacked or security issues. Until these issues come with Casper, right, which they're not coming, there will be no problems. So just be patient. Ultimately, that's all it is. Just be patient. Now we've got some big updates again here from Michael Sun from Casper here. Today is going to be the next dev workshop with Rusty Casper. Michael Sutton tweeted it out, I think yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Basically said I'll be doing the second Rusty Casper workshop today, 9 PM UTC. The focus will be code walkthrough. We'll be able to understand the Casper DAG reachability layer. So ultimately, you will see more developments towards this Rusty Casper element of Casper, which is going to be a very, very big thing for Casper. Rusty Casper is, for me, going to be one of the gateways to get Casper to everything else, because Rusty Casper 10 BPS hard fork migration is a hard fork migration, and I personally believe that a lot of these tier 1s are going to probably wait till after the migration before they start to list Casper. So this could be one major catalyst to see a lot of things coming to Casper very, very soon, in my opinion. There's a lot of questions going about it right now. The last time Mark Sutton made a post about it, which was like the day before that, he mentioned all the stuff they're working on. Here, the Crescendo update, the Rusty Casper update, ultimately they're still focusing on other, designing and coding areas, including Zeka upgrades, which are smart contracts. So potentially we see as soon as we think. Again, another big thing coming to Casper. And then with the DEX as well, also very, very cool to see Change Finance, how to add liquidity to KRC token liquidity pools on Change Finance. It's mainly aimed for the meme token side of things, people who are actually trying to list on the project right now. So there's a walkthrough here of how to do it. And then Nacho, Casper's #1 meme token right now, has now been listed. A liquidity pool is now open on the Change decentralized exchange with KRC-20. That's big. Some of these projects have got early access. Nacho is one of them. Eventually, once the DEX is more stabilized and it's been, it works, which we're hopefully going to find out early next week, multiple exchanges, multiple projects, multiple meme tokens will be listed on the DEX. And this is very, very big news. So now you can actually get access to Nacho through the DEX, which is very, very cool. It's not tradable on Change just yet. Adding liquidity will help them move closer to the goal, but once the requirements are met, Nacho will be fully tradable on the platform. So it's not ready just yet, but soon enough. And that is a very, very crucial thing, because the more ways you get access to Nacho, the bigger these meme tokens will be, the more ways you'll be able to take money through Casper, which is really, really cool. Really, really cool to see. So ultimately, we're just in a position right now with Casper still in this consolidation phase where we're just kind of waiting. Development-wise, it's still growing more and more, and this is a testament to that. But we're just in this position right now where Casper's just not got the momentum, the developments right now needed to push it up to that level. Even Bitcoin right now is not pumping. Obviously some projects are doing well, but right now, pretty much across the board, all projects are not performing very well because Bitcoin's not doing much right now. It's near 60k. And there are a lot of people now speculating that if Bitcoin is 60k, we'll see a massive correction in the market. Stock prices right now are at all-time highs. If stock starts correcting, crypto will correct with it, and we'll see crypto come down. There's a potential for that. If you don't believe in where the market's going, get out. Don't invest into crypto. That's as simple as that. But at the same time, if you believe what's happening to crypto, where it's going to go in the future, if you believe what's going to happen to Casper, then nut up and shut up and get more involved. That's all I can say, really. Another 1k Cas in the bag. Big up to UJ Honey. Took it to Mrs. Price damn straight. Damn straight. Right now, 13 cents is very, very undervalued. If you go back to the Power Law and we check out the powerlaw.com, tells the calculator, it says that right now it is 59.8% undervalued. Dirt cheap. Pump the like to pump Casper. Yeah, there you go. As KK says there, if you want Casper to pump up in price, then like the damn stream. What's up, bro? Get ready for it is time. Yeah, time it is. Time for the stream, and hopefully soon enough time for Casper to pump. But at the same time, the longer it stays cheaper, the more people like Jay Honey and me and everyone else can buy cheap Casper. Imagine setting up before Casper 1 set up. Yeah, imagine setting before Casper has the smart contracts, the 10 BPS, no tier 1 listings. To me, it's baffling. And yeah, definitely leave a like on the stream if you haven't done so already. 30 cents here, looks like I need to buy more low. I mean, yeah, technically according to the power law, the bottom is at round 12. So we could see it come down further to this, bottom again of round 12, 12.5. But I mean, again, the power law bottom is here. According to the power law bottom is here, so it's unlikely. Again, it's possible you saw earlier at the very beginning of its cycle come below it, and then went up above it, and then it's kind of consolidated between this region the whole time. So it's possible to see it come down a little bit, but it will be a temporary factor. And people when it happens, oh gosh, people are going to FUD Casper to living hell. If that happens, people are going to FUD. Oh, Casper's not staying in the power law. Look, you guys like no. Look at that. And look at the time where it goes above it as well and then comes back in. It's not uncommon for it. It follows it quite religiously, but it's not going to strictly rebut the size to it. There's more to Casper than just this power law indicator. But it's right now the bottom band, so therefore it indicates we should see a reversal and a start making some momentum very, very soon. It very rarely stays at the bottom for long. It comes to the bottom here, pumps up, bottom here, pumps up. So it won't stay down here for long. And with the elections literally less than a month away now, that could be a major catalyst for Casper. Not to mention the fact that the Dex is literally around the corner. The Dex is literally, hopefully, going to be released next week. So you can now get access to the meme tokens, which is going to help pump liquidity to Casper as well. And that might also create the adoption and price, potentially. Again, not financial advisor, but just the potentials for these sort of things. We have to wait for the adoption to happen really, though. And right now, if Bitcoin doesn't move, there's only so much movement Casper can do as well. But again, we're starting to see more developments again. One thing that I think was holding Casper back as well is due to the whole dilemma with the exchange listings right now. We got a little update from MEXC, who had been freezing transactions since the KRC-20 relaunch. Actually, they had a withdrawal blocked issue, so that they basically are working with Casper at a modest rate to restore service, but no coins are actually missing right now. But they wanted to understand and implement the Rust version of our wallet software in a safe manner. So yeah, I understand the frustration. Again, that's why you have to hear not your keys, not your crypto sort of thing. Always have a tangent wallet, cold storage, sort of like that. But as you can see, MEXC, as frustrating as it was, and I get the frustration behind it, they were just trying to make sure that they should have done it prior, truth be told. They should have done it prior to this whole KRC-20 thing, but they tried to do their due diligence now, to do the research now, to make sure that they re-implement the Rusty version of the wallet, so they can have it no issues in the future. So preparing effectively, hopefully this means they're preparing ahead of 10 BPS hard fork migration. And if they are, then perfect. There won't be a problem when the 10 BPS happens, which I suspect we'll probably see quite a volatile streak for Casper around 10 BPS. I would be surprised about it. So yes, you can now withdraw your Casper on MEXC again. That's good to see. One of the bigger exchanges to Casper right now. Of course, still waiting for tier 1s, but one of the bigger exchanges coming to Casper right now that you can now use your MEXC. You can MEXC, and now you can trade your Casper back and forth on it again, which is very, very good to see. What's up, What's up, Muscle Mike, my man? Welcome back to the stream. Sold my Eden airdrop for more Casper. Big up to you, mate. Quick resume from what we talked about on Discord, or quick resume for what we talked about on Discord even. Mara is not sending Casper to buy Bitcoin. Cas S5 Pro, Casper miners, $28 a day. L9 Ant miner, Doge miner gets you 70 USD a day. Yet Mara chooses to buy Casper. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Oh yeah, for those who are unaware, yes, I mean, the Discord server where we're talking about updates and whatnot here, there, and everywhere, we're still trying to talk about everything crypto. That's obviously related to Casper, but talk about everything as well in the server. And this is one of the conversations we were having literally minutes before this stream about Casper's price action right now, and the fact that Casper's not really moving much right now. Miner's not making profit, but at the same time, keep in mind that Marathon diversified from Bitcoin, first time ever to mine Casper, even though right now, technically speaking, it's more profitable to actually mine Dogecoin, but they chose Casper. So what does that tell you? Because if they were purely looking for just profit, why would they go to Casper, not to Dogecoin? Riddle me that. And I think it's a worthwhile food for thought. If they wanted profit, they go Dogecoin, but they went for Casper. So for me, that tells me they want profit. It's more profitable than Bitcoin, but they also are looking for maybe something a little bit long term. Maybe they want to switch to Casper in due time. Yeah, so they're mining Casper and they're keeping it. Patience is key. Crypto Chris speaks without saying the name of influencers who sell when it's low. So who tells his audience to buy 2 weeks ago? Wait. Without saying the name of influencers who sell when it's low, so who tells his audience to buy 2 weeks ago? I mean, yeah, I've heard throughout my community as well, there were a number of quite key Casper influencers, YouTubers who actually have been selling their positions on Casper, which is fair enough. I mean, that's their own decision to make. I'm not going to name and shame them again. Like crypto, I don't want to also. I mean, it's also effective. I don't want to, bring attention to these people. I'm pretty sure everyone who knows who they are, anyways. And if you don't, then again, they're in my server, so you can always check it out through there. But yeah, people are selling right now because they're not profitable. At least people who are just trying to. These influencers most likely bought in very, very early, so they're just trying to take profit now. Maybe because they predict it's going to go lower, who knows? But me, I have the conviction to hold Casper longer term because I think Casper is still going to come back. I'm predicting at least 35 cents, hopefully, before the end of this year, and then into the $2-3 region at least by the end of next year or by the end of the cycle. Which actually, in that regard, I got a post. Which one is it here? This post here. So this just in, Mt. Gox has extended its repayment deadline by a year to 31st of October 2025. Now, why is this interesting? Well, we know Mt. Gox was selling off their Bitcoin, so we was seeing a constant influx of Bitcoin, so they're redistributing it back, right? Therefore, now we're going to see a reduce or even less sell-off down from Bitcoin, so less, effect on the market, and also it's going to finish 31st of October. So this is loose. Like you could kind of loosely attach it to the fact of the matter being that we could see this potentially be the top for crypto now, which would add up because normally we see the top for crypto end of October, early November time. So Mt. Gox has now extended the repayment deadline to this date. So therefore, we're going to see less selling pressure on the market for Bitcoin, and potentially it's going to be where we're going to see crypto top out, which is very good to see. And there's many more factors to also support the fact that crypto is still in for a very, very bullish run. What's up, Leo, my man? Welcome back to the stream. When Sulky takes over, I take over Reason, and that's why I like you. Go ahead and Reason. Yeah, thank you very much, Dada or Dada. That sounds weird, but yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, exactly. Like, of course, it's very, very hard to stay logical when you're an investor, and obviously emotions and psychology can take over. And when it comes to meme token trading, that's important to have in a sense of understanding people's emotions so you know where to go, but don't be emotional yourself. And the reason I hold Casper is purely because I understand the project enough, in my opinion, to be bullish on it, and I believe where it's going to go. It's had a bad couple of months. Since August, it's come down 40%, I think now. Yeah, about almost 40% since August. So it had a bad couple of months, but minor setbacks, major comebacks, in my opinion. I think we're going to see higher highs incoming very, very soon. Yeah, in that regard, also more updates for Casper anyways. So that's the MEXC update, which is very, very cool to see. And then we've got more listings as well. Houdini Swap, a new listing for Casper. Again, more ways to get added to Casper. It's not, the next big exchange sort of thing. It's still not a tier 1, but we're still early enough. We're still getting the adoption going bit by bit. And the adoption's still going to go more and more with more of these meetups as well. Casper's already had the KI event, a meetup in Austria, a meetup in... they're also part, I think, of Sydney. I can't even wrap my head around it. I know there's meant to be an event at some point, I think this month or next month, in Australia, where Jonathan Sobolinski himself is going to be there talking as a speaker, which is very, very cool. And the sort of things that are going to help Casper's adoption going more and more. They are getting there just really, really early. But yeah, we've got that's a lot of the big stuff still coming to Casper. The Dex is on the way, and it should be coming hopefully in early next week. Which could be a key catalyst for Casper. That would be slap bang in the middle of it'd be latter half of October, which would be hopefully starting to see some positive price movement following Bitcoin leading up to the elections, and then you'll start seeing some more movement as well in regards to Dex releasing, more updates hopefully regarding RK, which obviously that's not going to be coming out to Q1 2025, but it's still going to hopefully be very, very good stuff to see. But again, as I mentioned, Casper is still early, and I still believe in it, but there's a lot of stuff still coming to the crypto space in whole. Like as this video states as well, Rusty Kaspa and Krc-20 Dex updates, both of which I've just covered, very, very big news, but there's more important news to cover as well. Stuff, other projects. So Casper's great. It's still my biggest holding by far, and I believe in it still. But there's other projects you can make money with in this space right now. One of them, of course, that I recently mentioned, I mentioned in the last 2 or 3 streams, is Sui. Now, I hold a little bit of Sui, and my bag is about 2% right now. It's a very small amount, also because Sui is nearing its all-time highs. So there's no point in me getting in the heavy, because why would I? Because it looks like going through a correction cycle right now. I wouldn't go into it. I'm not going to go into it falling near the top. That's stupid. I'll wait for it to come down a little bit and then decide if I want to get in or not. There's some big. I've been looking into SWE a little bit more because it's a project that I've seen a lot of people talk about being a next major DeFi, and I see some big updates hopefully coming up for it next week as well. But here you've got SWE. SWE integrates with SCION as a first of its kind security protocol for network validators. Now, in due time, I do believe we're going to start seeing, in due time, years in the future, we'll probably see Casper hopefully be the most dominant project in the space. So what SWE's doing now is great and maybe good for this cycle, but in the cycle to come after that, I think it'll probably still be Casper. But right now, again, I showed it in my stream yesterday as well. One of the reasons why I believe in Casper again is due to its decentralized nature. When you compare it to SWE, that SWE, the red here is what investors actually have access to. Everything else is, lockups or pre-allocations or whatever. Casper, all of that is just decentralized. So Casper is still much more decentralized, much more fair launch than SWE, and therefore liable of rug pulling is a lot less. A lot less. Like, the investors, the ICOs could easily rug SWE if they wanted to. The VCs could easily do what they wanted to. But SWE is one that I do believe has the potential to do decent numbers in the cycle. I haven't researched into it enough to have an ideal prediction of price right now, but I think there's a potential it can still do some form of gains in the cycle, hence why I hold a small bag of it. But again, it's a small bag. I'm diversifying my assets to hopefully hedge my numbers to make a profit, but I'm not going all in on SWE by any means, especially now when it's near its all-time highs. It's had a good run up this past month, gone up quite insane in the past month, but okay, I'm not going to get into it now. SWE is basically, for those who are not aware, SWE is an L1 blockchain offering industry-leading performance and infinite horizontal scaling. It looks like it's going to become a very secure modern alternative to broader gateway protocols, in the words of multi-party here. And it's one that I'm holding. In fact, the matter being that SWE right now is fully diluted market cap actually is surpassed Warner Bros, which is quite an achievement for them. And not to mention all this as well, Grayscale, this is therefore kind of treading into Wall Street now. They've now opened a SWE trust. They recently just opened an XRP trust, and the reason why trusts are big, trusts are big for this sector because trusts more often than not lead towards ETFs. Now, of course, for stuff like Casper, I don't think people like Casper would want an ETF because it means institutional adoption, which means institutions take more of the supply. I wouldn't mind an ETF in the sense that it would mean more institutional adoption, the price would rise, but I understand the sentiment behind not having ETFs. But here, SWE trust, this therefore does tend to lead to ETFs, so this could be big for SWE in the due time as well. So we are going to start hopefully seeing some more price movement for SWE. Those who are SWE holders, it's good for you guys. And I think it's worth doing more research into it. Worth doing more research into it if you want to get into SWE. But as it stands right now, SWE is doing well, but it's in a correction cycle for the past. If you look at it on its on the chart right now, it's corrected since it's peaked here. It's corrected down about 20% almost, which is in 3 days. Come to 20%. It might make a comeback again soon, but I don't know where the bottom for SWE is going to be here. Truth be told, I don't. I don't know enough about SWE to call a bottom, but I do believe that SWE is one that might do well in the cycle. So it might be worth diversifying your assets if you wanted to. Again, not a financial advisor. Do your research and decide if you want to get into SWE or not. I do have a little bit of SWE, but it's still, in comparison to my Casper bag, it is nowhere near. But SWE's not the only project that I'm looking into. Of course, those who know me know I've been holding XRP for a little bit of time now, since over a year ago. More or less, about a year ago actually. In and around the whole, this sort of like lawsuit candle thing. I think it was just before this. Dot against MEXC. Should have sold at the top, but I didn't. But either way, now I'm holding XRP. I'm not sure how long I'm going to hold XRP for. I don't know where it's going to be. I do see the sentiment behind XRP right now. The fact that Ripple recently just announced that they're launching crypto custody storage for banks is a very, very big deal. That's going to help XRP's price going forward. XRP's like standing and Ripple standing going forward in the financial economy in the world right now. So that's very good to see for Ripple and XRP. But ultimately, until the SEC finish their lawsuit, until regulations are employed into the United States, XRP is going to stay quite a not very volatile asset. Out of all the crypto, if you look at all the crypto assets in this market, XRP is probably the least volatile one because it's definitely got a lot of influence from these bankers. So they're probably controlling a lot of the movement for XRP. I mean, look at that. The past few days, it's been very, very restrictive compared to every other token like Bitcoin, which has been much more volatile. Casper, SWE, all the other projects had a lot more movement than XRP, where it's just stayed literally sideways within like a 3% region for the past week. So I think XRP has the potential to make maybe, you know, I think XRP, if it is regulated in play and all that stuff, could potentially make maybe $3 this cycle, hopefully, maybe more. Again, I'm holding XRP as a long-term holding, but I don't care enough. The bag in it is as small as Swede's one. It's very, very small, and I don't care if I lose that money or not, because it's throwaway money for me. Anything you invest into this market should be money you're not worried about losing, you know. And that's the same thing with Casper. So Casper is different for me, that I believe strongly the project is going to do very, very well. This is why most of my allocation is in this project right now. But that's good for XRP. That's good for Ripple and XRP, of course, seeing that sort of developments happening all over right now. So Sui and XRP are two ones that I hold. The other one that I don't hold yet, but I'm looking into more so, is on the AVAX chain. People heard me talk about it yesterday. It's this game. People who've been following me for, you know, a while now, you know my passion when it comes to games, in particular, you know, gaming cryptos. In the last cycle, I ended up making a very, very nice 2x on Vulcan Forge when it was coming back, like after the cycle ended, basically. So when it was coming back down here, I got into Vulcan Forge around here, made a 2x, got out, and it collapsed like overnight pretty much. But I made a very nice 2x. So I have a little bit of a love for gaming cryptos, and I think gaming cryptos are in a very, very unique spot right now. It's very early. You know, here, this is from Stash. He said, right now, this is one of the big factors right now. Millions of people right now have been tuning in to watch and play a crypto game. This game had been on NDAs, you know, non-disclosures, for a very, very long time. It's been released to PC, Xbox One, and PS5, so mainstream consoles. You've had the people like, obviously the people are paid, you know, the big bucks to talk and play about these projects right now. They're being paid to talk and play about off the grid right now. But either you've got people like Ninja and Tin the Tapman, two very, very, very big people. Even Dr. Disrespect. Tin the Tapman, Dr. Disrespect, and Ninja, three of the biggest content creators we've probably ever seen, playing off the grid, which is really, really good to see. And that's bringing more adoption and attention to this project. That's how you want to get a project name out there. And, you know, and the best part about it, these people they have no idea about the crypto element behind it, really. They're being paid to say it, probably, but they have no idea that it's built on the Avalanche L1 chain. So people right now, this is a play-to-earn game. So people right now, they're tuning in Twitch, whatever, they're tuning in and looking at, or YouTube, and looking at this game. People who have been watching this game, like, obviously enjoying the look of it, and then if they play it themselves, they realise actually there's a play-to-earn element with it, and you can make money through it by playing the game. And then you got this sort of stuff here, you know. It's a battle royale game. I see it similar to Apex versus Apex and Warzone combined sort of thing. One of their emotes I have in the game. Now, me personally, it's a cool emote. For those who watch basketball here, I personally prefer the Curry bop. I'm sure anyone who watches NBA here should know the Curry bop. The Curry swear, I think it was, when he won his fourth ring. The scenes when that happened, God, I love that. The memes around that as well was also hilarious. But yeah, I right now this is a game that, you know, I'm optimistic about, because it's also a precedent for where gaming crypto is going to go in the future, and that's also why I'm bullish on gaming crypto. Because I'm not saying the cycle is going to be this cycle. I think gaming cryptos, for the most part, should still, you know, ascertain their value and should return to, you know, level to their all-time high. Hopefully, if institutional adoption takes off and we see more money than ever in this cycle, which we should do, hopefully it will return higher. Hopefully, we'll have to wait and see, of course. But I think these projects will make gains in this cycle, and then hopefully by the next cycle, when games like Off the Grid become the normal for Web3 gaming, and everyone is playing games that actually have crypto elements in it without knowing about it, but they're playing crypto elements, gaming crypto is going to take off. It's going to be a huge, huge market. That's why I'm bullish on gaming crypto in particular, and this is just one thing I'm very happy about. Right now, until the gaming cryptos, right now I only hold Vulcan Forge, because it's a bag that I have a bit of a bias towards it, truth be told, because I made money on it last cycle. But I'm going to get into Nako, definitely, Nakamoto. I'm going to probably get into some to GFAL, a little bit of that as well, some Mirio as well, Ultra as well, and some other ones that are probably smaller caps as well that I'm looking into right now. But it's, again, very early in the cycle, so Casper still is by far my biggest bag, and I'm very, very bullish on Casper. Don't ever take that away from me. Don't ever put words in my mouth. I love Casper, and I will always continue to DCA into Casper more and more. But the cycle's now getting to the stage where I start to see a tide turn. Instead of, even though crypto's still correcting, we're still in a kind of limbo sort of thing. I do believe we're actually in a cycle right now. We're going to start seeing some momentum shifting a little bit. We're going to start seeing some more momentum growing more and more. And when that happens, these projects are going to start taking off more and more. So right now is the time where, you know, I've been busy doing a lot of stuff, and I've not made the time for it. Now I'm having to make the time to research these other projects more and more every day while I can, because now's the time. I mean, obviously getting into it early is better, but I've just been so busy. But now I'm like, okay, I've got probably less than 2-3 weeks now before crypto should be taken off, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice, but I think it's going to take off in and around the election, because right now it looks like Trump should win, and that could be big for crypto. Should that happen, we get regulation in play, all that sort of stuff, crypto's going to do massive, massive things. And now I'm like, okay, Casper's my biggest bag. I know Casper. I can look at Casper very easily. Just keep DCing when I think it's a good time a good opportunity to buy. Other projects I need to look into it more. I've gone to swing because I think it's good. I look into it more still. Gaming projects, want to look into it more and more. AI, stuff like Tau, I'm going to get into that very, very soon. I'm waiting for this correction cycle to, you know, where I think it's going to correct down to. Looking for where to buy it right now. I'm going to get some Tau as well, probably some FET, some other good projects. There's going to be ways I'm going to diversify my assets. My allocation is going to probably be something like 70% Casper, 7% XRP, like 6% SWE, and then like 6% and 5% in like AI. Well, actually, I'm probably going to put more, like 10% AI and then like 6% in gaming as well. I mean, I haven't done the numbers properly yet, but that's what I'm aiming to be in the cycle. And that's, again, it's a testament. It's sort of stuff that I'm talking about gradually, bit by bit more in my community. Why I made the community obviously based mainly around Casper, but as where I'm trying to, you know, I'm not trying to be a Casper content creator. I talk about Casper the most because it's obviously what I believe in, but I don't want to be a solely Casper content creator. I want to be a crypto content creator where I'm talking about Casper because it's what I believe in, but ultimately there's other projects, other ways to make money in this space. The way to do that is to, you know, find good projects you believe in, like Casper, but then also find other projects you think have potential to make money. And you've got to understand market sentiment as well. Like the fact that matters, you've got to see developments like this, for example. US inflation falls to 2.4%, the lowest in 2 to 3 years. That's good news. That's good news. But at the same time, that number was predicted to be at 2.3. So actually it's 0.1 higher than anticipated, therefore meaning we're likely going to still see rate cuts coming in November. Rate cuts, of course, are going to alleviate more pressure on the market, so we can see more money flood into the market. That's something you need to understand as well. And stuff, again, I talk about in my free Discord server. Go check it out if you haven't done so already. We talk about, you know, crypto and we talk about economic data to kind of help you understand where market sentiment should be going to. Obviously, Casper News and other crypto developments as well. We're talking about it more and more. Some people don't like other projects. Some people only like Casper, and that's fine. But some people actually hold other bags like Grand as well. There are multiple ways to make money in crypto, and then also the meme side of things as well, which I'm dabbling a bit more in memes right now, because right now memes is what everyone's talking about. It is a meme cycle, and I hate it. But instead of, you know, if you can't beat them, join them. I'm trying to learn a bit more about how to trade memes a little bit now, because, you know, people are making millions a day. If I could just make even just a little bit, a 2-3x from memes right now, and put it into Casper or to any other project of my choosing, then, you know, I'm laughing. That's where my head's at right now, at least. And there's many more to talk about in the stream as well, so don't worry. There's a lot more coming still very, very soon. People talk about that. Influencers selling shows, they are for the quick flip but not truly into the project. Yeah, exactly. That's precisely what was stated here. No, here. What's that stated here? Yeah, that people right now, you know, they're not being patient here. Well, all the people who have paper hands are selling Casper. People who are talking and shitting Casper because they believed it was going to do very, very well. It's done badly for the last few days. Like, okay, you know what? I'm going to get out of Casper. Influencers and holders alike. Fair enough. But everyone else who stood in the project believes where it's going to go. Right? Please still have upside potential from here, and quite a big amount of upside potential at that as well. That's why we're still holding it. And I'm sure our conviction will prove right in the future to come. And then the influencers will come crawling back, and hopefully the people call them out for it. Also to mention this as well, this is also why, again, Casper I think is still able to come down to where it is, because, you know, KRC20 had been very profitable for the miners. I mean, it's been good. Obviously it's not great, miners still not making profit, but KRC20 give the miners other means to make money. You know, 929 tokens launched at 40.3 million Cas fees paid to the miners post KRC20 launch in the past, you know, 3 to 4 weeks. That's quite a big deal. Of course there are many miners, but that's a big deal for that miners can make. It also, again, it means that when Casper is fully mined out by 2039, in my opinion, I think it is then, you can still make money through KRC20. And by that point, 2039, so 15 years from now, the KRC20 is going to be massive. You'll probably make more money from mining that than Casper, I like to think. Maybe not, but it's going to be such a big chain, in my opinion. By 2039, it might be the central hub. Who knows? I think it's a possibility, again, but that's 15 years in the future. KRI, 100 BPS probably by then. Smart contracts, Dagnite, whatever else Casper's building, it will be a titan in space by then, I'm sure. Yeah, MEXC has already restored the withdrawal today. Yeah, I saw that from Casper did here. You can withdraw it now. So that's very good to see again. So good to see all in all. Sup Poker Seraphim, welcome back to the stream. T loss is another crypto you need, brother. Yeah, I think you mentioned that in the past. Again, it's one that I've got on my list, I think, but I've just not had the time to look into it. Telos, yeah, I've got that on my list to look into. One that I thought, it looks alright. So I'm looking in. It's one that I've got on my list to look into a bit more. But yeah, I've got a limited time to look on it right now, and I'm trying to do as much as I can in the time that I have. But yeah, there's some other projects I think have good potential. Telos is one that I think is decent. Right now if you look at it, it's a just above a micro cap. $109 million market cap. Volume's at 20.9 million right now. Supply is total supply is at 445 million to circulate supply. So it's got still quite a lot of supply there. And the listings, even then, the listings are decent. KuCoin, MEXC, Bitmore, XT, BitGet, Bitfinex, Gate. It's got some decent. It's not got any tier ones to my knowledge, from what I can see, but it's still got some big exchanges that should be good for it. So if it returns to its all-time high from the last cycle, then that would be well, actually, it did. Well, actually, the cycle ended here, so it actually went pumped after the cycle, which is weird. But it did that anyway. From its all-time high is at $1.35. So it's $30 now. Basically, that's a 5x potential at least. So that's decent. It's decent. Sui has like 30% of the supply released and non-stop unlocks. Yeah, I know. And again, that's one of the shortcomings of Sui. Like it's I hold Sui because I think it's going to do well in this cycle, but I'm not sure it's going to be a long-term holding for me. Again, my research is limited in Sui. I'm going to do more into it. More deep dive research into it. I have mates of mine who hold Sui, so I'll probably ask them for their own a crash course of it, so I get an understanding of why they hold Sui, and then make my own research off that as well. Because that's what ultimately why you come to my streams as well. I like to believe what is the whole about. You want to understand a basic element of the project, and then have enough information from that to decide you want to do more research into it. That's all it is. I want to have enough basic knowledge of Sui so I can know where to look to find more information about it. That's all it is. I'm holding it right now because I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I've seen some good things coming out soon. But I thought I'd just hedge my bets. But again, it's money I don't care if I lose. It's a really small bag. But if I find more belief in it, I'll put more into it. But right now, still, even if I do put more into it, it's still going to be Casper my biggest bag. I don't think, again, the only way that Casper doesn't become a bag that I hold is this stuff. No 10 BPS coming out, no smart contracts coming out. It's hacked and content security issues, all that sort of stuff, which that's coming. I don't see a world when it doesn't come. Smart contracts on the way as well. Again, Microsoft confirmed that. Wherever the post was that I showed it. Yeah, it's still coming. So they're working on smart. They're working on smart contracts right now, and they're working on Rusty Casper right now. So that's coming. And again, people can hack it, but right now it's the second hardest. It's the second hardest proof of work to hack. After Bitcoin, it's Casper. So, it's already the second strongest proof of work. So there might be hacks coming in, and if it goes more and more popularity, there'll probably be more hacks. But Casper's holding strong right now, and that's proven the hash rate as well. The hash rate, another new all-time high earlier today at 1.24 EH. It's still going up. Still going up, yet the price of Casper's going down. It's weird. But it's also proof that the project is not dead. If anything, the project is far from dead. It's getting mined more. Security is going up more and more. The adoption is going up more and more. The price is just not doing well. Casper's not dead. The price is just not doing well. But it means that when the price does turn around, it's going to probably be quite a parabolic surge because the adoption of the project is just very, very high. The wallets, look at the wallets, they're still very, very high. I still will see at least 500,000 by the end of this year. I think we're on track for that. 60k in the next 2 to 3 months, very possible. If Casper start taking off properly, I think that can happen. And then you also got the whole meme tokens, I think, as well. It's going to be, again, the meme tokens were very, very early. We're seeing, we're seeing some turn. The volume's now gotten up from Natra again because it's got the whole thing of the Dex coming out. It's open, so we're going to start seeing this happening very, very soon. It's not tradable yet, but it's open, so we're going to start seeing some volume coming back to these meme tokens hopefully very, very soon, as now another way to get a hold of these meme tokens. Because right now you have to go, I think, through the open market, through the Casper or something like that. But now you have to go through the Change Finance Dex. Natra is going to have PineX very, very soon, which is also very, very cool. And actually, for those who, again, those who have been following me for a while, that I am currently working with PineX a little bit. And those who have not signed to PineX, I know there's a bit of an issue in Canada, UK, and in New York. Of course, New York is just rubbish. Respectfully, of course, you live there. I apologise, but it's the city that doesn't sleep, and it's sleeping on Casper. I'm just saying. Sleeping on crypto is ridiculous. But those who have been new to my channel, those who are new to my channel, those who, anyways, I have a exclusive incentive right now for my channel only, where if you were to sign up to PineX, a new user, sign up to PineX today, and you deposit just 100 USDT, or at least or more than that, you earn an extra 10 USDT. So that's free Casper, like, or free money even. It's free $10, free 10 USDT to then put into more Casper if you wanted to. So, you know, it's another way to, you know, if you choose to, you can get more Casper. And I've had people in my community right now actively talking more and more about they're using PineX because, you know, Uphold's expensive and VPN is just jarring. And they're saying it's actually quite, you know, it's quite smooth, quite seamless. It's good to hear. The only thing I heard about it was from shout out to my man, I'm gonna get his name up. It was to okay, I can't see his name. I think it was Jay. Well, it says Jay at least, but I can't remember exactly. But he's basically just saying that PineX has a he said that PineX has a 4-day. It's different to other exchanges where normally you put the money in and it just, you know, it gives you a 4-day waiting period sort of thing. But in PineX, you could put the money in and you could buy it straight away. But, you know, it still has a clearing period. So it means if you buy Casper like right now, and it took, for whatever reason, it took 4 days. If Casper was really, if PineX was really, really volatile, and you put money into PineX to buy Casper, it could take up to 4 days for it to all to be actually go like clear properly. So it then means you won't actually buy the Casper until the 4-day period after that. But it's not really a problem in that regard, because the same thing if Casper came down in the 4 days, you get cheaper Casper. So it's a bit of a different way to work it, but it's just something to keep in mind, you know, if you decide to use PineX. And again, use my referral link. With my referral link for that will be in the last video I made here. Referral links in the description and the pinned comments. You can check that out, and you'll be able to get some free USDT as you sign up today. What's up, Beaselman? Welcome back to the stream. Hello, Krc-20 millionaires. You know it. I buy 11 cents, 13 cents, 16 cents, and even 19 euro even. Euro. 19 cents euro, and I don't care if it in 5-10 years when it'll be 15, 20, 35. Yeah. That's again why I hold Casper. I don't care what happens in the short term. It can come down to 2 cents before I care. I'm holding Casper for 10 plus years time. From what the project is meant to be, I do believe it should be reaching at least, you know, 10 years time should definitely reach 5, hopefully. Gosh, but it should be reaching, you know, 15, 25, 50, whatever it may be. I'm holding Casper, you know, long term, 10, 20 years or so. So getting it in now at 13 cents is a bargain. Again, as the calculator says, it's basically 60% off. You wouldn't go if you saw, again, as I mentioned yesterday, if you saw some designer clothing or some really amazing, like your favorite ever food, like your snack or whatever it may be, or what do you call it in America? Do you call it a snack? I don't even know what you call it. Sweets. I think you call it sweets. I don't know. I don't know. But either way, you get something. You saw something you really, really like. But it's really, really good for what it can be, and you see it 60% off. Like, you'd scoop that up. I'd like to believe you would. I would. I was looking for a great project that currently pulling back. In other words, boring price action. Therefore, I decided to add more to my Casper bag. Yeah, I was searching for it a while myself, and I thought, oh yeah, and just get more Casper. Makes sense. Gaming products look at ALU and UR. Yeah, Ultra. I do know about Ultra. I did get into Ultra last cycle as well. I don't remember what happened to Ultra though. I can't remember what I did with Ultra last cycle. I know I sold it at a profit, but I don't remember what happened with this one. I remember Vulcan Forge because I got into Vulcan Forge, made profit on it, came back out, and then when it was correcting, I saw it start going up again. I was like, oh god, wait, Vulcan Forge correcting and go back up. I can make a quick bag on this hopefully, and I made a quick 2x. In literally, I bought it. And I waited a whole week, saw it go up over the span. I think it was this part right here, this candle right here, where it went in the span of 1 week. It went from here up to there, and I was like, okay, I made a 2x. I'm just gonna take it out, just see what happens, and it collapsed overnight. And I was like, oh gosh, I felt like Warren Buffett there. I was like, oh wow, just got out perfectly. I must have inside information or something like that. I felt like a king. Good afternoon, Casper, and welcome back to the stream. Didn't buy any today, but still going down. Don't think it's beat this time. I mean, right now it's actually up 0.69%. So actually, I beg to differ. I think it is still you, Casper Frog. Okay, it's not down right now. It's not down right now. So it must be you. Look at that. Where's the downwards candle? I'm going to zoom in. Where's the downwards candle? Where's the downwards wick? I don't see it. It's you. I mean, yeah, when Casper comes back up, we'll be laughing. Right now, I think it's time for it. But I think it's going to come soon. Again, the Dex is coming out soon. Natural's going to get all the next meme tokens going to take off very, very soon. The RK development's going to happen very, very soon. We'll see more development in that regard as well. So yeah, we're early. We're ultimately just early. So that's good to see. We're seeing more development and more listings coming out as well. Kraken should be coming soon enough. We don't know when again. If it happens before, if it happens in October, great. If it happens in October, it happens in like November. It might happen after the election. Kraken might be after the election, and then cause I'm assuming right now that Kraken. Actually, I'm not even assuming. I know. Let me go and get the thing up. Coin. No, it's liquidity. I can't remember what it was called. I'll get it up for the next stream. But it was when I showed everyone 2 streams ago about people exchanges who were just basically, shorting and longing Casper basically, and Kraken was one of those people as well. So I'm sure that Kraken's probably building up the accumulation of Casper. They might wait for it to pump following the election and then list it because they have enough accumulation of it. It would have made enough money off it probably. Potentially, again, we have to wait and see. But I think Kraken hopefully will list this month, if not next month maybe. And every other tier one will probably list after the hard fork migration. XRP is garbage. Yeah, I know people don't like XRP. I understand the reason why I don't like XRP. I hold it because I think it has potential. Yeah, I've got to like XRP. It doesn't bother me. Just something I think there's a value for these real world assets, and I think XRP evidently has the adoption with the banks that it needs to have some form of price pivot coming up. So that's why I hold it, just to make a bag from it and then dip. It's been a long 3 years for XRP holders. I'm not been holding it that long, thankfully. I didn't have to go through all the trauma the SEC went through them, but I got to XRP, like the whole lawsuit, got really, really bad. Like what happened around here? No, it happened early, but yeah, either way, I'm not bothered by it. I got XRP. With the bag I have at XRP, I'm up. So I can get out of XRP right now, and I wouldn't care. It really wouldn't bother me. I would like to see it go up a little bit more, but it's what it is. If XRP goes up to like 70 cents, I might take out then. Go up $1, I might take out then. I don't know. I'm just holding it because the banks are using it, so I think it might have a chance it as well. Off the Grid releasing a token soon. That I want to know, Toggle Delay. I do. I think they have nodes right now. But I think that's the way these gaming cryptos are going. They haven't got tokens per se. They have nodes that people can run. I mean, from what I remember from when I was looking at gaming crypto more religiously, the nodes kind of run like a server, for example. So I think you're playing Call of Duty, for example, and you're playing multiplayer, and someone just connects and says reallocating a server admin or something like that. I'm sure everyone remembers that. A jarring thing that happened, and that's basically what happened with nodes this time around as well. It's the same thing. I think you can get a off the grid node, which you can then run a server for people who can jump on that server and play on it, and you therefore get money for running that. I mean, it's almost like a miner as well. It's like a Casper miner. I think it's an investment. You get a node, you run it, people will obviously play on it, you make money through it, and over time you make profit from it. I don't know if they've got a token. I don't know if they're going to release a token, but I'll try and look into it and see if I can find more. I'm sure Cody knows a bit because I know Cody. Even though Cody's a Bitcoin Kappa Maxi, I know he has got a bit of an insight into off the grid. He actually let me know a little bit about it, so let's see if he knows a bit more as well. Check Conan. I will check Conan for you quickly, my man. I know Conan right now has been working alongside Casper Ghost, which is good to see. Conan right now is up 66%. Actually, it might be more. Let me refresh the page. It is up 64%, doing very well. 50,000 volume, 24 hour, 1.5 million. So it's actually doing quite well. Conan's doing quite well. Some other projects are doing equally very, very well. I don't know what's going on here. Cas Reg up 100%. Mano up 146%. So I mean, yeah, I think these are probably very, very new projects that just. I mean, yeah, look, 9 days, 8 days, very new projects that just launches. People just pumping the bags a little bit right now. It's meme tokens for you, I guess. But yeah, I think we're still going to see some good things coming again. The deck's going to be very, very good for the project that have the liquidity to launch on them. Conan's working with Casper Ghost. Seemingly that could be a very, very good thing. So Conan might be a big one as well. Casper Ghost, I do like Casper Ghost. I like Caspi as well. I like Nacho. I like Goad. Those ones that I'm looking out for. I think Casper. Someone put a video again in my free Discord server. Shameless plug. I know, but you have to do it. You understand? I have to do it. In my free Discord server, people are talking about other stuff as well. But I put a video in regarding the understanding of Casper, basically one of the meme tokens. So you can find out more from there as well. In my opinion, buying 3 now is wrong. It already the 3x from August is too late. A smart move is to buy Casper because of its low price. And now 20%, but outperform Sui. I think Casper will outperform Sui in due time, definitely. I think it should do this. I still think it should do that in this cycle right now. I do. I'm just getting SWE right now because, you know, I just want to be... I got SWE because I figured it was worthwhile me getting into SWE. That's basically what I thought. I'd get SWE because, well, right now it's come down again, like 10%. And I had to make an insane run from, you know, its all-time... from one of its lows in August. No, that's July. Because I'm, you know, in UK, so actually it goes days, months, years, not months, day, years. Because, you know, I'm not weird. Don't hate me. But yeah, from July I had a low there, and it had a nice little run up from there. And I think, yeah, it could do well. I think it's still upside potential for SWE. My prediction right now, from my limited knowledge on SWE, is $3 by the end of this year. So that's not really a massive pump. If it's $3, then, you know, I make like a 2x from it, from where I got in, so that's fine by me. And, you know, I might hold it for the bull cycle, I don't know. But again, my allocation of it is very, very small in comparison to what I have for Casper. Casper is, you know, much, much bigger. So, you know, it's money that I don't mind putting in, but I think it's worth me just hedging my bets to hopefully make a profit from it. I mean, I think people talk about SWE getting to $8 maybe and 25, but again, I don't have the, you know, the backing to prove those theories. I just heard people say about it. But yeah, buying SWE in like July or even August here would have been a good time. Buying it in July would have been amazing. Buying it, you know, in the dips down here would have been very, very ballsy, but good conviction from you. And then selling at the top here, you know, buying it. I mean, yeah, there definitely could be money to make in SWE. Yeah, and now it's all just from. There's so much incoming again. We've got a lot of stuff coming here. If I mentioned this already, means we can see more rate cuts coming very, very soon. Here's the Fed burst might have begun. So the core CPI inflation rises to 3.3%, the first increase since March 2023. Interesting. 258,000 people filed for unemployment this week alone, above the expectation of 230,000. So therefore, once September jobs report is revised sharply lower, it will reveal the Fed's nightmare situation, the fact that we're seeing rising inflation with rising unemployment, therefore potentially leading towards a recession. There's no soft landing, in my opinion. I don't know why the Fed keeps, Fed keeps trying to push the narrative. I'd be surprised to see that. They say they'll release data which seems to be very heavily, false or manipulated, and when the actual numbers come out, we see they've been lying about it. I mean, yeah, that's at least from what I've been seeing for the past, few weeks. I've been doing this. I've been seeing constant released information. Like I saw a post saying, "Oh yeah, Jerome Powell's a genius. He ended up, hiking inflation for so very long and then cut it at the exact right time to avoid inflation." This is not avoiding inflation at all. It's the opposite. There's no soft land trying to form. It's not a soft landing in my opinion at all. And this comes from I put this video again in my free Discord server. Professor St. Onge, talking about the potential rising of oil prices, and for the way that the Biden administration has handled the whole situation in the Middle East, in the past and right now, it could cause the Middle East of Iraq and Iran to basically halt their oil supply chains to worldwide, to potentially America as well, which could therefore cause more inflation. And that could also therefore what happens in the next few weeks could also massively hinder and affect the Biden administration should something more disastrous take action. That's very important stuff to note once more. Again, if you want to know about it, listen to what he said. Because what he says, you understand it more than probably what I said it. Then you can check it out on my Discord server again. I want to mention about Gox is a big thing as well. And there's proof once more that crypto is going to take off very, very soon. There's no doubt about it. The $9.57 trillion Charles Schwab survey shows almost half of its respondents plan to invest in Bitcoin and crypto ETFs. Like, that was probably less than 2% a year ago, if maybe 2 years ago. But if that would have been negligible, not that long ago, now it's almost 50%. That is ridiculous. So these big institutions are now actively stating now we're going to allocate more of a portfolio to crypto now. They see a massive upside incoming. They want to get involved. What they need is regulations. Regulations will come hopefully very, very soon when Gary Gensler kicked out the SEC and we have a new SEC chairman, new reforming of the SEC, and regulatory clarity will be pushed forward in the United States, because that's what Congress seemingly want. Everyone wants it besides seemingly the Biden administration and Gary Gensler right now. Which maybe they're just trying to hold it for their mates. I don't know anymore. And even his comments here, SEC commissioner admits their approach to crypto has been a disaster for the whole industry. I mean, of course it has been. But you're seeing commissioner now admit this. It's been a disaster for the whole industry. And we've seen that, it's been bad for crypto, but also the SEC. No one trusts the SEC anymore. It used to be a very respected industry, and now everyone hates them because they just don't know what they're doing. They admitted time and time again they've been lying. They've been misinformation. Courts call them out for lying. They're not trusted anymore at all. And this is also a sign, again, we did see the whole situation with China had a massive situation where their I forgot the name of it, but they're basically, they had like a massive crash in their markets. But seemingly the China Central Bank is going to be launching a 70 billion funding program to stimulate the economy and capital market. This might cause negative effects following after that afterwards as well, but ultimately still we're going to see therefore more. They're still trying to do the whole stimulus thing. It might end up, come back to backfire, but it means we should see more money liquidity flood into the markets, which should then go into crypto as well. So still more and more information to showcase that crypto like liquidity is still growing, crypto is still very much here, people are very much supporting crypto, and Casper is still very, very early. Very, very early. And there are other projects as well you can look into that have potential to make money in this cycle. Swede's one. I think XRP has potential to make money in this cycle. I'm not saying it's going to be the best gainer, but I think it has potential. But again, all this stuff I'm mentioning, do your own research into it to find if you want to invest into it. I love this gaming side of things. I'm going to start looking into more and more into gaming projects like Ultra, like you said Ultra and then ALU. Yeah, I didn't even look at ALU when you said that. I'm sorry, man. Ultra. I didn't even look at that. Yeah, Ultra, I mean, it's a very small project. It's a very, very small project. One is quite small as well. Listings, I mean, it's got some decent centralized exchange listings as well. So yeah, it's again one that I'm going to probably look into. So I'm going to copy that and put it onto my list of gaming projects to look into as well. But yeah, gaming project, it's a sector that I have a lot of love for, gaming projects. So I'll look into that when I get some time. But yeah, we're going to start seeing, hopefully, when all games start looking like this, be over. End game. AI is going to be big. I think this cycle is going to be one for AI and meme tokens, probably a little bit in Casper as well. Casper, I think, will make some decent gains this cycle. Next cycle, again, Casper will make even bigger gains, I think. But then gaming will also take off very, very soon. Beebs like Pac-Man. Cas is clear. Cas is a clear winner, people. Selling now are either early bird that want profit or people who recently bought and scared to sell. Long-term Casper holder, yeah, exactly. Again, people who are selling Casper now, people who are selling Casper now are people who just have already made profit. So they're like, okay, cool, I made profit, and just get out and look at something else now. Go to meme tokens, I guess, because whatever all the rave is about meme tokens right now. Or they bought late, bought into the top because they thought it could have gone a rally and it came down and now 40% down. Which again, I feel for you guys. But if you research into Casper more thoroughly before getting into it, you should believe that Casper will make a return in this cycle, definitely, and in the next few months, I believe, personally as well. Pinex has an issue with many countries, Netherlands too, and I know many others as well. I mean, yeah, it comes down to not necessarily Pinex per se, but it also comes down to regulations in the countries. Like, for example, in the UK, it's not Pinex's fault that UK regulations suck. UK regulations are really bad. The KYC in the UK is awful. I know that because I live here. It really, really sucks. And the same thing in America. America's got a lot of problems as well. Even though Pinex US is in America, so it's good to see. But again, New York in particular, that city is disastrous for regulations as well. So New York just has a problem anywhere, and then also Canada has KYC problems as well. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's necessarily Pinex's fault. It's just the countries that are still battling the whole regulatory battle right now, and they haven't got the clear rules laid out yet. But it's okay for a first exchange. Yeah, we'll see more soon. I'm sure we'll see more soon. Yeah, no Pinex in the UK. It's ridiculous. It's sad. Yeah, maybe it is you, Casper. Honestly, Casper has not come down at all today, so it must be you. So what I'm hearing is, if you stop buying Casper now and just sit on your bags, we will all make money. But you keep buying, it'll go down. You know what? Actually, buy a little bit more so we can all get a bit more cheap Casper. I swear to God, if you actually buy more Casper right now and it goes down, I'm gonna laugh. Do you think I'll have any issue later with, if I have wrapped Casper? Later down the line, I can't say for sure right now, Finley. I can't. We'll have to. I mean, I'm sure there'll be updates and announcements regarding it, of course. Right now, right now the hard forks go. I mean, I'm guessing this is in the reference to the RK hard fork. I can't say for sure there's going to be any problems right now, but I don't have the information on hand right now. I'll try and see if I can research into it a little bit more and give you an answer in the streams to come. What the hell would you buy Sweden now when you didn't buy 50 cents, 60 cents, don't buy the top? I mean, yeah. Again, yes, buying Sweden now was probably not the smartest play in the sense of, it was really, really low earlier, now it's come up, made a run of 4x in that time, which is very cool to see. 3x since August, but I just thought it's worth diversifying into it again, and the chance it does end up taking off more. It's near an all-time high, yes, but there's always a chance it could go higher from what I've seen, information that's coming out, and with the elections being so close, I still think the election's going to be a major catalyst that could cause, there's only a certain amount of corrections we could do. So we could come down massively, I don't know. Again, I'll just diversify into it just to hedge my bets, but again, it's money that I'm not worried about. Like I'm saying research into Sui a little bit more if you want to get into it. That's all I'm saying. But I've one that I currently hold. I'm letting people know that I hold this project basically. Every project that I hold I've mentioned, and the other projects I'm looking into right now. Of course, there'll be a time I imagine where I'll probably keep some more players close to my chest, and only those who are actually in my server who are actually close will know about them. But for the most part, people just know what I hold, which is XRP Sui, Vulcan Forge, Casper, some other real world asset tokens like Algorand as well. I look at other gaming projects as well, more and more. I diversify my assets a little bit more each day, and I'm looking into Tau as well. Godzilla Games with the off the grid is going to take 7% of the gaming market share of the crypto market, calling that now. That would be massive. I think right now off the grid, again, we're still early days into it, only like 2 or 3 days into it, but off the grid right now is seemingly getting a lot of positive feedback. So this could be really, really big. Really, really big. And again, this is the sort of like foundation we need every game to be like, where it's just a very fun game that has Web3 elements in it. So people don't even know about the play element in it. They're just playing it and loving the game. It looks really, really fun, to be honest. Have you tried buying oil, long, short, on protocol? I have not, no. Have you used Caspino to buy KRC tokens? It's pretty good, in my opinion. Another option to get some tokens. I have not used it either. Right now, I'm personally waiting for this sort of development to buy it through the DEX. Because, we'll see more adoption coming through this way as well, which is good. But historically speaking, when you see a listing, you see a project correct in price. So I suspect we'll probably see, Natro go up, listed, come down a bit, and then I'll buy it there and then go up again. I'll keep buying. I'd love to see 12 cents again. Yeah, I'd love to see 12 cents again as well. It'd be a dream come true, to say the least. Very, very big. If you're training for you type MEXC Cash USDT / Binance Sui USDT, you can see Cash chance against USDT is way better. I'll copy that in. I don't know. I can see it alone from this chart here. You see its growth in all time is 70,000% as opposed to Sui's all time, which is 5%. I definitely know Casper's far better than Sui. I don't disagree in that part at all. I just diversify into it because it's just something else that I think will have a chance to make gains in this cycle. And I think it's, as much as I'm a Kaspa maxi and I love Casper, I think it's worth diversifying your assets a little bit. But yeah, so that's the Sui versus Casper comparison right here. So we can see, if you get the price range, we can see from the bottom here to the top here. We're 500% up on Casper than it is against Sui. So yeah, evidently Casper's done better than Sui. There's no doubt about it. But it's just something that I think is people are talking about Sui right now, and I get it why. It's done very, very well, and that's probably chance for it to do well in the future as well, in this cycle in particular. But I think again, my conviction for Casper is still stronger than Sui. There's no doubt about it. And again with Sui having this mental run when it came up here, well, even though when Sui had this mental run, Sui right now is much higher than Casper, so Casper has come down quite a bit. Casper was up here when Sui wasn't pumping, and it's come down here. Casper eventually will have its own run and probably end up pushing above it again. So yeah, right now is definitely a good time to get into Casper. Again, you want to get into a project when it's down, not when it's going up. It's stupid, because your game's going to be limited, and you might end up buying the top accidentally. You want to buy it when it's low, which is what Casper is right now. Very, very low, 60% discount. Wish I bought Airdrop back when it was 50 cents. Yeah. Everyone wishes they could buy. I saw Casper at 3 cents. I didn't get in until 5. Obviously, that's only a 2 cents different, and the grand scheme of things won't matter that much. I'm still early into Casper, but still, an extra 3, would still been a massive. It would have been a difference. I would have loved it to get early, but I didn't. It's always the if buts and maybes, but all you can do is just try and learn from it. And it's hard to have conviction in a project when it's really, really early. There's not enough information about it. It's a bit more of a gamble at that point. On Pioneer, taking 4 days to get your Casper, hit the pro button on the top right and set a limit order, and it'll go through right away. Well, there you go. For those who are saying so in my Discord server, who are unsure about how to go the whole Pioneer route, you do the pro button on the top right corner, set a limit order, it'll go through right away. You haven't got a problem. So there you go. That's good to see. So there you can avoid that whole 4-day wait, which is good to see. So there you go. Thank you very much, Bufflink, my man. You're a legend. I always chalk Casper against Sweet and Casper against Tau because those are the 3 top layer ones in the cycle. Yeah, I think that's again smart thing to do right now. I do think so. And I think all 3 of the projects are going to do well in the cycle. I think Casper's going to probably do better, but I think all 3 will do well. I think AI in particular, Tau's going to be a big gainer because AI is just something that's growing very, very quickly. But anyway, with that being said, thank you all for watching the stream. It's going to be it for the day. Thank you very much. If you like the stream, again, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. And something about crypto, other crypto projects, Casper, of course, and Market Center, the Filter Mafia Discord server, on the screen right now, in the description, and also in the chat. And we're back again, same time tomorrow.